Thanks, Michael. It takes a lot to have a thriving garden. Good fertilizer, regular waterings, and a little intervention from local worms. On this week's What's Growing with Tom, Chief Meteorologist Tom O'Hare takes us through what worms can do for your plants.
Welcome back, Northern Michigan. We're here with Justin Morgan, Morgan Composting. We're in the worm barn, right?
Yeah, 6 million worms we're surrounded by.
It's crazy. I mean, we have a bunch of piles of dirt. Now, in the dirt, there's a lot of worms, right?
Yes.
So, how am I going to pull out right here? What do you think?
I have a lot.
A lot?
Yep.
Look at these guys.
Yeah. So, this is the worm barn. It used to be an old dairy barn. And
okay, why do you have worms?
We have worms for our potting soil, right? So it's really good in the potting soil.
What does it do? I mean, what are they doing here?
They're basically breaking down bedding that we put together. So there's a bedding that we use dairy to in. We use minerals in there. There's obviously shredded paper.
Yep.
And then we also feed them too, just like a livestock. So it's really interesting. The lights have to stay on 24/7.
Really?
Because if the lights go out, they escape, think it's nighttime.
Right, they think it's, okay, gotcha.
So yeah, they stay here and they process and they basically break down the food that we give them into fertilizer for our plants. So like in our Flower Do 201 or Veggie Do 301, it's all, this is in there as a percent is the ingredient.
All right, now I see different kinds of worms in here. I mean, you do have a couple different types, right?
Yeah, so there's red wigglers and then there's European night crawlers.
All right, show me the difference.
So
what's this guy?
That's a European night crawler.
Okay.
And the red wigglers are like, they're red and they're smaller. Yeah, like they're a little more wiry.
Okay.
And they eat their body weight a day.
Really?
Yeah, they're aggressive.
So everything they put out essentially is going to be something we're going to use.
For use fertilizer.
All right. So that's what you're. How long does it take for this guy to turn over and make it really useful?
They process about every 25 days. So then we'll screen. Yep. Okay. So it's pretty intense.
All right. Pretty good. So Justin, over here we got something going on. I see it labeled saying test plot. I mean, I see grass here. What are you doing, guys?
Yeah. So we work with Michigan State on figuring out how do we be better? How do we make better worm castings? And working with them, we talked about creating more mycorrhizal fungi in our soils. The mycorrhizal fungi are really good for like setting the seed, root structure, root strength. And if we can grow it out here in the barn, we're going to do it. Well, work with Michigan State, they said that you want to plant hosts. So basically a root for the mycorrhizal fungi to grow on. So we plant rye on here. We let it get so tall.
Right.
Then we put more bedding on there, and then the worms will eat that, digest that, and then we'll put more rye on, and it's like a building effect. And what we're trying to do is give hosts, basically little places for mycorrhizal fungi to grow so we can make better worm castings for you as a homeowner and for farmers.
So we're hoping this works out to something. Again, test bed is going to take some time to figure it out, right?
Yeah, Michigan State and us, we're trying to figure it out and trying to be better. Like, every day we just try to learn from what we did yesterday and be better tomorrow.
And that's the key thing. I think for all of us to learn what you're doing right now, make it better in the future, and that's great for everyone. Right?
That's right, absolutely.
Right. And next we were talking about what's going on here at the farm itself and how Dairy Do is made. Stay tuned next week.